Hello,
Hey,
hello.
what's up, Kredit Kleanse family?
Happy Monday. Ooh, I'm doing running around all day. All right. So if you are on here, go ahead and do what it do. No, go ahead. Let us know that you are here. Tell us, hey, something. And also take this time to share, or tag. Somebody else out there might need this information just as much as you do. Do not be no hater in these streets.
Yeah,
Hey, Tiffany.
what she said. Hey, what's up, Tiffany? What's up, Miracle?
Hey, Miracle. Family. Yes. So, all right. So, while we are waiting, go ahead. Let us know you in here. Say, hey, something. Also, like I said, take this time, share, or tag. Somebody else out there might need this information. Telling you. I look rough in these streets right now.
Me too. But I just got my hair done and I need it done again.
Mm. The struggle.
See, no. 'Cause I can get two styles out these locks. All I got to do is untwist them and boom.
All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and share myself. I can't be telling y'all to share if I'm not sharing.
Yo, and we want to have a conversation about the questions that do you have? What are your goals for 2022? How do you feel about 2021? You know what I'm saying? Do you feel like you did good this year? You feel like you did bad this year? Is there some things that you would have changed?
Mm, yes. So tonight it is all about y'all. We want to see everybody on here leveling up some type of way in 2022. Right, and all right. Let's see here. Let me do. All right. And we'll give it a few more minutes. So go ahead, take this time. Definitely make sure y'all are sharing. We definitely know the ones out here that be sharing our information because it lets us know, like, hey, they share. So when it comes to giveaways, when it comes to cash apps, stuff like that that we do, those are the ones that we're looking for. Those that like to share the information with others. Those that like to get in here, get that knowledge, implement it, all the above. So yeah, definitely make sure you share or you tag somebody else. This is a subject that's not taught at home majority of the time. It's definitely not taught at schools or in the community. So it's our job to make sure that we get the knowledge, implement it, make sure that it's legit, and then give it to y'all so that y'all can be winning in these streets as well.
What she said. So tonight, Kyra, I just want to jump in and I don't care about numbers. Whoever ain't here, they ain't here. I just want to have a conversation with our people.
Okay, let's go.
So for y'all that don't know, I am your bro King,
And I'm your girl, Kyra.
and we are Kredit Kleanse.
Yes.
Now, some people call us financial literacy experts or credit repair experts. But honestly, we're just striving to be professionals with a personal touch. Thanks to our dope marketing and PR team, we've been featured in numerous media outlets. We've been on the front of two newspapers, multiple magazine articles, including Tex Appeal, had multiple features on the radio, advertisement on the radio. We won Best Small Business in Central Texas, uh, Best in Business Services. Last year, we won one of the best businesses in Central Texas. This year, we won it the best in four different categories. And we also have our book on Amazon. Shameless plug, Kyra.
Yes, yes, we are authors out in these streets. Our book is called Stop Paying Their Mortgage and Pay Your Own. Of course, we know that's a long title. So if you just go onto Amazon and you type in Credit Cleanse, that's credit with a K, cleanse with a K, it'll definitely pull up. If home ownership is the key, is the goal for 2022, this is definitely the book for you. It's not only going to tell you how you can cleanse that credit, get your student loans in order, how to actually know how much of a home you can afford. It's also going to help you with programs that's in your area that could help you with either the down payment or the closing costs. And much, much more that's in that book. So definitely, if home ownership is your goal, or you know someone that is looking to be a homeowner and they just don't know where to start, this is the book for you.
Hmm. Also, if you know us, then you know that Credit Cleanse does coaching and mentoring, but we are not above the process because that's how you grow. We get coached and mentored as well. Shout out to our coach. The GOAT coach sits on the board sits on the board for Experian as a subject matter expert, along with being like this low key real estate mogul, uh, global business coach, crypto guru, trucking company. Like yeah, he live out here. So at the end of the day, when it comes to this business stuff, you can say that we good at it, but we low key fire at it. And again, you can call us credit repair experts or financial literacy experts. We prefer to be called bridge builders because we're
Yes.
going to figure out where our clients are, where they want to be, and then we're going to bridge that gap. In most cases, that's financial.
Yes, yes.
So look, if y'all here with us, y'all ready to get started. My audio's good. Go ahead and give me a one in the chat. 1111111. That lets me know that you're ready, and we engage, and we about to kill this thing.
Yes, yes. 111. And those of you, if this is your first time, let me definitely let you know, we definitely love engagement. The more engaged that you are, the more sauce that we are given so that you can be winning in these streets. But when we find that there's no engagement at all, guess what we do? We shut this bad boy down because we know this. We leveled up. So now we just want y'all to do the same. And of course, you don't have to be on here on Facebook. You can also catch us on YouTube as well.
Facts. All
All
right.
right.
So before me and Kyra get into having a conversation, do anybody have any questions? Do you have any questions about business credit? Do you have any questions about personal credit? Do you have any questions about home ownership? Anything that you want to talk about, anything that you need to know, anything that you've been wondering about.
Mm. Yes, definitely take the time and put those questions in the chat. We definitely, while you have us, we want to make sure that y'all know this information. There's a lot of misinformation that's out there, so we want to clear it up. Any questions? Any questions?
And if y'all don't have any now, you may have some in a little bit. It's cool. So, Kyra, I got a question for you. So
Okay.
tell me, what is one thing you feel like you did right this year?
What do you mean?
Um, whether it be financially, whether it be business, whether it be like relationships overall that just helped you level up. Like, what's something that you feel like you did right this year?
Being present.
Break that down. What you mean?
As far as even when the road got tough and whatever you that saying goes, I was I was here. So yeah, I'm proud of myself for that. Show must go on type thing.
I can dig that. So pretty much, so even when you face adversity, like you were still able to, still show up.
Mm-hmm.
Which honestly, it sounds like it's an easy thing to do, but sometimes it's not.
At all.
Hey, Miss I'm Joy. So one thing I feel like I did right this year was I got outside of my comfort zone.
Mm.
I started spending time with people that I normally wouldn't, and then that allowed me to get exposed to things that I wouldn't have came across. Like honestly, some of us, we grew up in certain neighborhoods, respectively, and we're limited to that area. We're limited to that mindset. And until you go to another neighborhood, to another community, another state, another country, you won't realize how other people do things different. And now you can add it to your repertoire. So I definitely kind of push some of my boundaries and push the borders. That's one thing. So anybody in the chat, tell me one thing that you feel like you did right this year.
Yes, and definitely if you have questions, please make sure that you are putting those questions in because we definitely will make sure that we answer them.
So while we're waiting for them to answer that question, what do you feel like you did right this year? One thing that you did right this year, guys, put it in the chat. Mr. Asa Thomas said, with a 629 middle score, is it possible to have a 700-ish middle score in 2022? Absolutely. It's definitely going to depend on your profile. Because look, sometimes it's just utilization. When you get your utilization in order, you'll see that go up. Or it may be like, if you have a 629, this is without even looking at somebody's profile. They tell me how the 629. I'm thinking, okay, either they have maxed out their credit cards and that tank their score, or they have maybe like one or two accounts that's hurting them right now.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's a combination of both. You may have one account that's hurting you and you have your utilization too high. Either way, that's not like very difficult to fix.
Yes, and guys, I'm glad that you also said about the 629. Guys, I don't want y'all to get so caught up in your actual credit score. The credit score is really just a complicated math problem, but you need to focus on your credit data. If you know you have collections, if you know you have charge-offs, if you know you have late payments, then you need to be doing something. I don't care if it's coming through us or if you're trying to do it yourself or whatever, or you have a company in mind. You need to get that off your credit report so that it can reflect and show all the good things that you have done over the years.
Big facts. And at the end of the day, like Howard said, it's just an algorithm. That ain't for you. You don't have a credit score. Really, that belongs to them people. That's their algorithm to see if you're going to pay your bills on time. But what you do have is credit data. They're going to see, do you have late payments? They're going to see if you have charge-offs, collections, and all that good stuff. If you get that deleted and you have a credit card that's in good standing, I guarantee you 100% of the time you're going to have a 700 score. Period. I've never seen it any other way. Even if you only have like those, let's say you only have two accounts, one credit card and one loan. Mm-hmm. You're gonna have a 700. I guess that's just the recipe. Now we don't settle for this because that's just now unless you're a college student or something like that. That's the only way that's acceptable. But even with them, we got to build that out. But at the end of the day, those scores aren't for us. That is for them to see, to determine if we're gonna pay our bills on time. If you focus on that credit data, and if you measure your credit journey by the credit data, you'll feel better. So look, we get this all the time. Client X comes to Kredit Kleanse, right? And they say, well, I have a 530 score. I have a 530 score. Like, okay, cool. We look at the profile and see like you have quite a few collections. You have 12 collections each bureau. And how we do it, since there's 3 separate companies, we have to add up all 3 of those numbers. So 12 plus 12 plus 12 is 36. You have 36 collections that we have to get off. You have derogative collections and derogatives tend to go hand in hand. So if you have 12 collections, you're probably going to have at least 8 derogatives. So 36 plus 24, if we're doing, just trying to keep it, consistent or whatever, that's like 60 items that need to come off your credit report. So let's say a year goes by. Person started off with 12 collections in each bucket, and now they have like 5 collections in each bucket, right? And now they only have like 2 derogatives. And they say, well, my score only went from 530 up to 600. True. If you want to measure that you only went up 70 points, like that score is going to fool you every time. But if you look at how much things we got deleted for you, that's how you should be measuring your journey. Don't be mad at us. because you put yourself in a situation or life happened to you, and now you're at the bottom and you're trying to climb out of it, and we're trying to assist you. We're doing the best that we can to get those deletions, which is what we focus on. Just because your score ain't 700 like somebody else's, like, yo, don't be mad about that. Like, their score is not going to be equal to yours. You don't know that they only had 2 collections. You didn't know that they only had like a few late payments they got taken care of, and that's why their score jumped up. They focus on your joint, like what they used to tell us in school. Focus on your own paper. Focus on your own paper.
Yes, yes. And please, guys, for those of you that are just now getting on, any questions that you have, this is definitely for y'all tonight. So, any questions that you have, whether it be for personal credit, business credit, just your finances in general, budgeting, how to scale your company if you are a business owner or something like that, guys, put those questions in the chats, and we're definitely going to take this time to make sure that we answer them.
Tanisha said that one thing that she did right was deciding to fix her credit and get on the path to home ownership. Hey, congratulations, sis. Congratulations.
Yes. Yes. And anybody else want to share what is one thing you did right this year?
What's one thing you feel like you did right this year? Karen said she felt like she stayed. I'm paraphrasing, but she said that she stayed in the fight even when things got hard or things weren't going her way. She stayed in it. Me personally, I said one thing I felt like I did right was to push my borders, to push my boundaries. I started hanging around people I normally wouldn't, and I started trying things that I normally wouldn't do uh, to get more experience. And now, like, I have different classes of friends. If you only hang around hood people, you're gonna be doing some hood stuff. If you only hang around business people, you're gonna be doing some business stuff. If you only hang around party people, you're gonna be doing some party stuff. Sometimes you got to be. Personally, my view is, you want to be well-rounded because it's something that you can learn from everybody, from every group. So don't limit yourself, and that's what I learned.
Yes. All right. I see Miss Miracle. She got a question here. Is it bad to sign up for a lot of vendor accounts at once for business credit? All right. When it comes to business credit, you definitely want to have a well-rounded business credit profile, meaning that, but before you just go stick on a lot of vendor accounts on there, you need to actually make sure that they're helping you. Are all those vendor accounts, if they only report to Dun and Bradstreet, guess what? You still have an Experian business and you still have Equifax commercial. If you don't have anything reported on there, it's not a well balanced. So now, yes, Dun and Bradstreet might be fully loaded. You got 10 accounts there, but what about the other two? And when it comes to getting a car without even having to have any documents whatsoever, except for them being able to pull up your business, guess what? They want to make sure that all three of those, yes, they're going to look to your Experian mostly, but they want to make sure, okay, is this person able to handle something like this for their company? Well, is this
Do you have enough?
business able to handle it?
Yeah. Do you have enough experience? And when you have a balanced profile, like Kyra said, if you have accounts with Experian, you have accounts with Dun and Bradstreet, you have accounts with Equifax, and you have a couple business credit cards, that shows you that you're really well balanced and you have a lot of experience. And that's going to be the person that gets the most credit
Yes.
and
And
funding.
and definitely the vendor accounts are great to have, but guys, remember, when you're building business credit, if you are starting from the bottom, then yes, get some vendor account, but that's not all you want, because vendor accounts have time frames. It's going to be a net 7, meaning you have 7 days to make that payment in full, a net 30, a net 60, a net 55, whatever it is. But you have 55 days, you have whatever the number is after that net to pay it back. You are trying to just establish it enough so that your company is able to hold its own. So now you can go get these bad boy type of cards. You can that have a revolving. So yes, you might use 5,000, but all 5,000 is not due in 30 days. You also want it to be where you're able to walk into the car dealership and your company be able to purchase that vehicle on its own. Because when you have your business set up correctly, guys, it's like its own person. It no longer needs you. It's its own person.
Big facts. Miss Chastity said I moved up 27 points from watching you guys live.
What?
Whoa.
Take it. That's what I'm talking about.
One thing I did right is sign up for the 15-day business challenge, put me ahead of the game.
Yeah.
Yo, now people are hashtag winning out here.
Yes.
Yo, if you just hopped on, we just having like a candid conversation. What's one thing you feel like you did right this year? It can be financial, it can be educational, it can be relational, like whatever you feel like you did right this year. Hey, talk about it.
Right. And also take this time to ask any questions that you have regarding credit, finances, budgeting, scaling your business, whatever it is. Take this time. You got us on here. Ask away so we can get those answered.
And we tend to stay on here for about an hour. If you catch us offline for about an hour, it's gonna cost you about $197. I ain't gonna lie.
Yes.
So, hey man, take advantage. We here, baby. Come on.
Yes.
So
yes.
while y'all thinking of y'all, oh my bad, huh?
Oh, okay. I was just gonna say, if you are just joining us, go ahead, share, tag. Somebody else out there might need this information. The goal is for 2022, we are all leveling up some way, somehow. Okay. So when it comes to leveling up, one of the things that you need to make sure you have in order is either your business set up correctly, but also credit. Credit is key. I don't care how you slice it, credit is key. So therefore, I don't care if you want to go through our services, you have somebody out there in mind, or you just want to learn so you can do it yourself. Ask those questions so we can get them answered.
While y'all are asking y'all's questions, I'm going to ask mine as well. What is something that you wish you would have done this year? Ooh, it's a lot. Let's see, what's something I wish I would have done this year?
Oh, well, while you do that, James Lee said the business challenge was one thing I did right this year.
Hey.
And for those of you who don't know, we did host a 15-day business credit challenge. We wanted to show people that you can set your business up and start actually getting business credit within those 15 days. And they excelled. Those that were present excelled.
And not only that, it was some great networking going on.
I can't hear you, Keem.
So not only that, it was like some great networking going on. And James Lee Eugene actually got more business for his business just from being present. So like, I'm pretty sure that was worth the cost of being in it anyway. Outside of all the information and all of you winning, like that was worth it. Tanisha said that's one thing I wish I would have done.
Hey, it's another one coming.
So one thing that I wish I would have done this year, I wish I would have spent more time with people that were doing better than me. So I'm a giver. If you know me, come on, y'all know y'all broke in. I'm a giver. I love to give. I love to help people. But sometimes I'll look up and notice that everybody around me needs me or they're dependent upon me, and you can't grow that way. You cannot grow that way. And helping people is a beautiful thing. Pouring into other people, being invested in other people, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Sometimes, in order for you to keep growing, like you have to empty that bowl and get around somebody that can fill you up. So I wish I would have did that a little bit more this year.
Miss Miracle said worked on her credit sooner. Definitely.
Tara, what about you? What's something that you wish that you would have? I wish I would have traveled more. I didn't travel that much this year. Not for leisure.
Yeah, I guess I could say that.
I traveled a lot for business. Like, I mean, I traveled a lot. I racked up a lot of miles. I got a lot of points, a lot of hotels, a lot of rental cars, a lot. But it was for business, and I wish I would have really just treated myself more this past year.
Yes, yeah. All right, guys, for those of you that's just tuning in, we are just asking questions, but also we want to make sure that we answer the questions that you have. We understand there's a lot of misinformation out there when it comes to not only credit, just finances, budgeting, or business in general. So if you have any of those questions, please definitely ask away. This is what you have us here. Any other time, our consultations are usually 197 when it comes to helping you scale your business, helping you grow. Just because we're in credit repair doesn't mean that's the only thing we do. We have actual business owners in a whole lot of different industries that we help them scale. So
Right.
if you have those type of questions, ask away. When it comes to building business credit, if you're a business owner and you ain't got business credit, I need you to be asking something in there, because you missing out on a whole lot of money that could help you scale your business way quicker. Also, when it comes to personal or home buying, whatever question you have, please ask. Do not be afraid. Somebody else might be afraid too. So if you ask it, they're like, "Oh my gosh, I should have went ahead and asked that." This is for y'all tonight.
Real quick, guys. If you here with us, you're tuned in, you're focused, you got questions, you ready to hear some stuff, go and give me a two in the chat. Two. Roll out them twos. Let me know. Yo, Keem, I'm here, bro. I'm with
Yes,
it.
yes.
I'm ready to soak it up. I'm ready to express myself.
And please, if you know somebody else out there, tag them, share, get them here. This is for y'all. We are winning in 2022. Enough is enough. I'm tired of hearing people complain about they ain't got time to do this, they ain't got time to do that. Well, this is the time to level up. Let's get it.
So Nels View said, I wish I would have taken that advice to build an online course. I want to add it to my business structure. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I can't. I feel you. Yeah, I feel you. Especially when you look back, Nels View, especially when you look back, he was like, man, if I would have started, I could have been halfway done right now, or I could be getting
Hmm.
ready to launch right now. I feel you. Anybody else in that same boat with Nels View? Wish you would have started a course. Wish you would have launched that course. Wish you would have started that new job.
Yes. Marquita, wish I wouldn't have had so much pleasure time this past year, but instead of implementing all that was learned this year. Hey, we
Mm.
got 2022. Let's put it into work and start now. A lot of people like to start January 1st. Why? Start now. You could be ahead January 1st. You still got some time. It's a couple of days in there.
Yeah, it's definitely good to to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Stop and smell the roses. Sometimes we can get out of whack up with that and just be chilling too much. So at least you recognize it. At least you recognize it.
Yes. And guys, y'all do not be afraid on here. I know y'all have questions. We get them all the time. And our customer service team will take care of it, or y'all asking in the inbox or whatever. Like y'all have us now. I don't know if you know, but for me, I don't even check my inbox, my messenger anymore.
So Marquita, I'm glad that you said this. You said that is why I'm late. Working on this website is stressful. Sometimes y'all, we got to learn to delegate. It's people that literally this is their business. They build websites. You can go to Fiverr. We have people in the network. We know people personally that can help you with your website, and it doesn't cost you a lot. And at the end of the day, it's saving you time. So now you can focus on those things that matter the most. Getting clients in your business or getting that structure together. You know what? While they're putting this website together, I could be focused on building this course. I'm about to outsource that. Because at the end of the day, it's somebody that can do it better than you, and it probably don't cost that much. I'm just saying. James did with me. He said, "Yeah, outsource that."
And guys, don't be so caught up into making sure it's perfect, because if you are a business owner, it's constantly going to change. You're going to grow. So then you're going to be like, oh, okay, I don't need this no more. Or let me add this. So it doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be able to function. Once you have clients that are paying, that's going to be helping you pay for all the things that you need to have it set up in order to be in business. Guess what? Now you make those changes. That's when you take the time to be like, okay, I'm seeing these hours ain't working. Let me switch here. I'm noticing all my members or my clients are coming in at this time. So maybe I need to switch to this. Or they not too fond of the gold color. Maybe they care more about the red color. Whatever it is, you're going to constantly be changing. So don't get so caught up in making sure something is just perfect. Because guess what, guys? When you do that, 9 times out of 10, what happens? It goes to the back burner. You never get started. And now you're in the same place that you were last year.
One of our old mentors used to say all the time, done is better than perfect because perfect never gets done. So look, you know what's crazy? Y'all buy imperfect items all the time. Every time an iPhone come out, you get it, and guess what? That first one's gonna be trash. They got to work the bugs out, and then they come out with the upgrade. But guess what? People still, as soon as let them say they're about to drop another iPhone. You know how many people that just got the 13 about to get the new one? The same thing. Henry Ford actually went on record saying that he has the best customers in the world. Why? Because my customers constantly buy a product that is not yet finished. We do it all the time. And if I'm into videography, I'm low key like camera enthusiast of sorts. Canon notoriously drops like cameras all the time, right? And most of the time there's some kind of issue, but people still line up to buy it. We're gonna figure out the bugs, and more people are going to get it. So the bottom line is, Marquita, put that thing out there. And the good thing about having clients, customers, they're going to tell you what you need to fix. Because something that you might feel like you need to work on probably ain't even the case. They're going to say, hey man, you should have this button up here for this right here. Like, okay, let me work on that. Don't do what you want for your website. Do what your clients want for your website. As business owners, sometimes we do shit that we think, oh, this is going to kill them. And our clients hate it. We do something, I'm like, oh, that's trash. And guess what? Our clients love it. All the time. All the time. Hey, if you've experienced that where you produce something that you thought was going to be fire and ain't nobody liked it, it might have been a Facebook post. And then it's something that you put out that was trash and you got a crazy response. Yo, if you ever had that experience, go ahead and put a 3 in the chat.
For me, it was more so when I went to college. If I took my time to do exactly how they said to brainstorm, then you write the rough draft, and then you got that paper would like be a B or like a B or a B minus. If I did what I knew what works for me is the night before, just write something, that would be my A+ paper. So yeah.
I have a friend that does music right now, right? He was like, hey man, listen to my songs. And I listen to him. He might play me like 8 tracks. And I'm like, oh yeah, this is cool. Then he's like, oh man, I made this one too, man, but I ain't really feeling it. And I'm like, yo, that's a banger, bro. That is crazy. He's like, bro, everybody's saying that. Quit making music for you, bro. Make it for your fans. Now look, by all means, if you're the type of person you want to make music because it's therapeutic, makes you feel good, you know what I'm saying, makes you feel accomplished, by all means, bro, do that. But if you're really trying to make money off of this, you need to make it for the people that's gonna be listening. Real talk.
Yes. All right, guys. No questions tonight.
Yeah, y'all got it. I mean, we got it all figured out, bro. Like, we don't need y'all.
No questions when
I
it
do
comes
this
to
personal.
personal.
I do this personal stuff. I do this business stuff. I know business credit.
Yeah. No
Like, bro, home
questions.
ownership, I got that on lock, bro. Like, I done built my course. You know what I'm saying? That's killing it. I don't need no help with marketing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got all of this on lock, bro. Like, I'm just here until the price of light come on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that you said this. You said my flyer, LOL, redid it 3 times. I'm going to give you some of that Marcus Blandon type of feedback. You said I just took a headshot off a flyer because these people on Facebook going around making memes and posts about tax flyers looking like club pics. So how can you stand out versus everybody else? Because right now it's about that time. Everybody getting ready for tax season. So all the tax professionals about to be pushing their stuff out. How can you just like do some shock and awe? How can you completely go against the grain, even if it pisses people off? How can you do that? When you figure it out, that's what you need to put on that flyer.
Mm-hmm.
You know how many times we done made somebody mad about a post and they end up signing up later on? I done argue with people in the comments. Bruh, that don't, put that on, that. Then they go, so you know, I guess I can see your point to, okay, man, can you send me the link? Oh, God. Hey, piss them off. Miss Chastity said, when is the next credit and cocktails? So look, we low-key stopped doing the credit and cocktails because it became all cocktails and no credit. Some of y'all was real loosey-goosey up in there. Some of y'all just, look, I felt like we were like being bad friends. You know what I'm saying? Your bro Kim, I'm your brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm your bro. And I can't be contributing to your alcoholism. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I can't wait to drink. I had a long week, man. I ain't showing up to no lives. I just want to come for credit and cocktail. No, you need to go to AA. That's what you need to do.
Now, also, guys, when it comes to credit and cocktails, we really wanted it to be where everybody's welcomed in and like you get that, because what we say, y'all are our family members. So we wanted to get that vibe. And it just, I don't know, it seemed like the same people. And I don't, like Keem said, it just turned. So that's something we can think about, but definitely come in and let, the goal is to help everyone level up in there.
So, Tari, you tell me what you think about this. And, you know, Kredit Kleanse fam, y'all tell me what y'all think about this. What if we start inviting people on the platform? So Miss Chastity said, I got some stock info I want to drop. And that's some news that we can use. You know what I'm saying? Like, how will we feel about, you know, maybe start incorporating that? Y'all should give me that mom face. She like, we'll talk about it. Let me know. Let me know. I know that face.
No, I'm good. Like I said, I just want to use it to level up. If we're gonna be on there, and guys, when we do credit and cocktails, we stay till the end. We never put a time limit on it or anything. But I feel like if it's gonna take away from the time that we do have with our family, our kids, and stuff like that, I need us in there where the next time, the next week, or the next month that we come together, we leveling up everybody. We're not just coming, getting the information, holding it to ourselves. No, we're implementing and we leveling up.
No, I'm talking about like lives, doing traditional lives. I was talking about doing like on the traditional lives, like versus doing like credit and cocktails. So let's say we have someone that is a stock expert and they want to come and, you know what I'm saying, get some sauce and let people answer questions and whatnot. Like, how would we feel about doing that? And maybe somebody do crypto. Maybe somebody do, you know what I'm saying, this or that. Somebody that does NFTs.
Okay.
Try to podcast this thing out. So that means, look, y'all, it means I pretty much gonna have to beg for this. She giving me like mama vibes. Like, mama, can I go can we stop by the store? Mm-hmm.
Let's see. All right, so no questions at all for us.
So y'all good. So we can go ahead and hop off then. He was like, nah, I'm straight. I'm straight.
All right, so since y'all don't have any questions.
I have one.
Oh, go ahead.
Yo, so since nobody has any questions, I need you to answer this. If you're on here, I need you to answer this. Name one thing that you are going to accomplish next year, not what you want to do. Name one thing that you're going to accomplish next year.
One thing that you're going to accomplish next year.
Tyra, what about you? What's one thing that you're going to accomplish next year?
We hitting 8 figures.
Oh, you jumping out there, huh?
Amen.
Cool. I'm about to win the lotto ticket.
We hitting 8 figures. That's all. No, seriously, like it is no time to play no more. It's game time.
Man, so but if you're trying to plan to hit 8 figures, then you really got to make a business plan for 9.
Mm-hmm.
So that way, if you fail, you still hit
8 figures. Got it. Let's go. So yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing.
So you gonna plan to make 100 mil.
Let's go.
Where did they even hang out at? And I'm like, man, wait, 100 million is
there. Let's go, guys. So this time
next year, to Atlanta.
Let's see what we're.
That's tough.
Let's go. All right. Miracle said, buy a house and scale her business. Chastity, buy a house. All right. Miracle hit up Kyra and King for more sauce. Chastity, have a client for each one of my bills. Okay.
So Chastity, I'm glad that you said that. So if you want to have one client for each of your bills, you actually need 5 clients for each one of your bills. So that way, even if you fail, and if you think about it, sometimes when we make a goal, oftentimes we come up short. We may be just under it or half of that. So if you want one, you really got to plan for 5. You got to plan for 5.
Right.
And that might scare you. That might make you nervous. Like, man, I'm going to get 5 clients for each one of my bills. Like, how am I going to do that?
And I was going to go back to, okay, for those of you that's saying that you're going to buy a house, that's your goal for 2022. What all are you putting into action? Like, what are you putting out there that you are doing now? Where's your credit at? And when I'm talking about credit, I'm not talking about Credit Karma. Have you looked at your actual FICO scores? When it comes to the mortgage, you need to be looking at Experian 2. You need to be looking at TransUnion 4, FICO 4. You need to be looking at Equifax FICO 5. If you're not looking at those, one, you are already like, are you preparing yourself? Because I need you to get with it. So you need to be looking at your actual FICO scores. I know a lot of times we do look at Credit Karma. Guess what, guys? Credit Karma uses Vantage scores. And 90% of lenders today, including those that want to be in a home, when you could go to the mortgage process, all right, they're looking at your FICO scores. FICO, yes, a lot of people say, well, I have Experian. Okay, well, Experian is only going to give you FICO 2, which is the experience score that you need for home ownership. And yes, it takes all 3, because you know what they do? They line up all 3 of your scores from TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. And your median, the middle score, is the score that they use when it comes to the home buying process. All right. So now you have your score all together, right? You got a job. You've been at your job for 2 years, or been in the same industry for 2 years, self-employed for at least 2 years, right? Well, are you ready for the inspection costs? Do you know how much that's going to be? Are you ready for a down payment if you need to do the down payment? Or do you know down payment programs out there? Have you looked into those to make sure that your score is where it needs to be so you can qualify for down payment assistance? All right. Now, what about those closing costs? What do you have to bring to the table when you are closing on that home? Do you have the VA? Are you going for VA home loan? Are you doing first-time home buyers? The FHA, conventional? I need us to have all of this down. It's great to say, I'm going to buy a home in 2022, but this is what happens. How many years in a row have we all been like, I'm going to buy a home. I'm going to be a homeowner. I'm going to buy a home. All right. You did that. You said it. You put it out there. But then what did you do to make it happen? You need to make sure you're doing all those steps. So yes, I know I want to get into a home. So now what do I need to do? I need to get my credit together. I need to also make sure I have my savings to par so that when they ask for this money for inspections, for the appraisal, whatever, I got this down. When it comes to going to the closing table, I need to make sure that I don't accept anything, don't have nobody pull my credit, because that can make it where I do not get this home at the closing table. What is my DTI, your debt to income ratio? How much of a home can you actually afford? All of those you need to make sure you're taking into consideration. Again, we have a book that will guide you step by step. It's on Amazon. Type in Credit Cleanse, it's there. But if that's not for you, please get educated. Find somebody out there that is already a homeowner and ask them the process. Don't take everything that they're saying, because everybody's situation is different. Yes, they might have needed only $200 at the closing table. Another person might have only needed, they didn't need anything. Everybody's situation is different, but at least know what all you need to have in order to make sure that you can purchase your home in 2022.
So, Tanisha, I'm about to challenge you. You say you want to close on a house and you're checking your FICO scores regularly. I'm happy for you, and I'm proud of you for doing that, because most people don't. They want to ignore it and just hope, hope for the best. So let's take it up a notch. Align Mortgage has seminars every month, right? Every single month. So they should have 12 next year. I need you to make it to 6. If you make it to 6, Credit Kleanse is going to get you a nice housewarming gift. I need you to and the reason why I'm pushing you to do that, every time you go there, you're going to learn something. Like, I've attended a lot. Like, me and Kyra, we both attended a lot of those seminars. But now you're putting yourself in a realm where that's where it actually is happening. That you're going to see people succeed. You're going to be so close to the source. Like, it's crazy. The universe will start to move for you. Doors will start to open up to you. So if you think about it, let's say you go 6 times in a row, you don't think people are going to start to know who you are? You don't think like owners and branch managers aren't going to peep like, hey, Tanisha, right? So tell me where you at in your process. Hey, you know what? I actually have a program that just came out that I think will help you. It happens all the time. That's literally how we landed some of our clients. We were showing up. It's like, hey, you know what? They come by the office. That's where it happens. You have to get around people that are doing those things that you want to do. And you know what? A lot of times we don't want to do that because it makes us uncomfortable. It's like, oh, I'm the brokest one in the room. I'm the brokest one in the room. It don't matter. That's cool. Because when you go back to where you from, when we go back to our hometown, we do better than all of them. Why? Because we spend time around people that's doing better than us. And as soon as I get to, and this is a personal thing, as soon as I feel like we're on the same level, I got to kind of get out that circle. No, we still cool. We still love. But I got to get out that circle. I got to get around some more people that's doing better than me. So that way I can do better and I can be better for my people. I can bring more to our people. That's what made us excel in our credit repair industry. We was not compete with nobody local. We looking at people that's way in Atlanta with these multi-million-dollar companies. We going to these seminars and
with
people
billionaires.
We own these people yacht, sipping liquor in the middle of the day. Like, man, this is different. I don't even know nobody that has a yacht. But when you put yourself in those type of circles and making it happen, sometimes it's like, you know what? I can't comfortably afford this, but you know what? I'm gonna take away from this to add to that, because it's gonna take me further. It was a lot of sacrifices in order to do so. But on the flip side, honestly, we're still not outdoing them. However, we are outdoing us. The same Kyra and Keem that started back in 2019, man, they hold a candle to us right now. Can't hold a candle.
Yes, yes. All right, so we definitely put the information. Align Mortgage. It's the companies out there for veterans. I love Align Mortgage because they don't sugarcoat anything. And for Tanisha, that definitely works for you. First-time homeowners, they do that as well. FHA, conventional, and others. But you can also look up other companies. Like, that's just one of our partners that we work with. And yeah, we love them. They really educate. They don't just try to sell you a dream, if that makes sense. They just want to make sure that you know the options that you have out there for you, and then you go from there.
So some of y'all may be in a remote place right now. You might be in Alaska. It's like, well, I can't physically get there. Cool. Then that means when you're on social media, that's what you need to be in. You need to be in those groups. I want to expand my business. Okay, then cool. You need to get out those ratchet groups, get out the TMZ groups, and get in those groups where people are talking about business credit. Hey guys, apply for this account. Well, hey, this is how you do that. What are you spending your free time doing? When we first learned credit, we were like obsessed. It was just credit, credit, credit. If we weren't watching it, we was reading about it. If we wasn't reading, we was practicing. If we wasn't practicing, we was talking about it. Like it was to the point where our kids
They
understood.
picked up, yes.
They know, like they know now. I ain't gonna put all my kids' business out there, but some of them have more in their savings than a lot of adults. Like for real, for real. It's crazy. Like they really understand it. They understand like how to leverage money. It was like, hey, I can make money by lending my money. But they were close to the source. And just because you can't be there physically, you can do it virtually.
Yes, yes. And that's with anything, guys. It's not just like, because we're talking about getting into a home, it's not just with that or getting your credit together. It's with anything. Whatever you want to do, you cannot be around people that either don't believe in you, or they just like, she always talking about that. And they're going to drag you back down to where they are. And it doesn't mean that they're doing it intentionally. It just means that like they can't see that. When we started Kredit Kleanse, you know how many people were like, y'all, like, don't stop nursing. Nursing is a for sure income, blah, 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 woo, woo, woo. You know, like everything there was to like not do Kredit Kleanse, still did it. And we started getting around people that was like, okay, they in the credit industry, or you know, something like that. So, or real estate and everything else. So you just have to make sure you get in those circles too. Yes, they're your friends, they're your family, they're your loved one. They even probably mean everything. Like they just like, girl, that ain't gonna happen to you. It ain't happened to none of us. But don't believe that. You put yourself in those rooms. If you know you want to be a homeowner, who do you need to be around? Homeowners. You can't be around somebody that's still wishing upon a star, because you're going to steady be wishing upon the star. In order to make it happen, like you really got to do that. You have to make the moves, just like we said. So by putting yourself in an environment where other people are going to be doing the same thing that you're trying to do, that's going to help, because now it's going to keep you focused. You're like, oh no, if they did it, I know I can do it too.
Facts. And you know what? Like I love my family. I love them. I've learned, I got great morals and values that I picked up from my family. Manners and respect will take you further than money. Treat people how you want to be treated. It sounds so basic, but it's just so. But guess what? I'm not about to take their financial advice. None of y'all are millionaires. I love you, and I say that respectfully. End of the day, I'm not going to let you lead my finances because you aren't living a type of lifestyle that I want to live. You don't have, or you've never had the type of things that I want to have. So when it comes to that, when it comes to money, I just can't listen to you when it comes to that. I'll treat people with respect. I'll even listen to what you got to say. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Woo. I'm going to absorb what is useful and I'm going to discard the rest. Half of that ain't even land in my head. I'm like, okay, I hear you. I ain't got to cut you off.
Right.
Miss Chat City says, it virtual or in person? I think they do both.
They do. Yeah, they do both.
Yeah, they do both.
Yeah, definitely look them up. Align Mortgage.
For the people that say they want to, you say you want to scale your business, right? Be aware of your competition. Be aware of what's around you, right? But don't get obsessed with that. I can't tell you like, oh, who's your competitor? I'm going to name one of the big dogs. I'm naming one of the best in the country. I'm going to name somebody that everybody knows. That's my competition, or that's who I'm focused on. And guess what? I may never catch them. But guess what? I'm going to outpace all my peers. You're going to outpace all your peers. If anybody talking about some Kredit Kleanse in my competition, you out of there. Oh, you in last place. You'll never be able to catch us. You're gonna be like, man, they grow too much. It's like, bro, because I'm looking, you looking right in front of you. I'm looking down at the finish line already. And guess what? Our coach does that. I'm looking at him like, yo, you the man. And he's like, nah, my coach the man. This dude's a multi-billionaire. It's all, hey, everybody's looking. Everybody's looking far down the line.
Right. And also, when it comes to scaling your business, for those of you that said that, what do you actually mean when you say scaling your business? For
Right.
2022, we I want everybody to get in the mindset of not just saying, "Oh, I'm going to be a homeowner," or whatever. I need you to see that home. What does it look like? How many bedrooms? What does it smell like when you open that door?
What kind of grass you got in your front yard? As a matter of fact, you need to go to that neighborhood. Any successful person that you know that's like, oh yeah, when I started goal setting, I used to go to the neighborhood, and before I knew it, I was in that neighborhood. I used to go door to door in a neighborhood. So look, what's crazy is
That we
I used to go door to door in a neighborhood selling electricity, and them people was not trying to waste their time with. Nah, don't get me wrong. Look, I did my thing, but I thought that was such a nice neighborhood. I'm like, yo, this is dope, man. Like, I want to live here. And guess what? I ended up living there. And then once I got there, I'm like, man, I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's nice and all, but
but it ain't.
it ain't great like I thought it was. It was great when I was broke. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I still feel broke. But we go through like a whole nother state, and they're like, "Oh man, y'all Kredit Kleanse." Like we got like national recognition now, and I still be feeling broke. But that's because I'm comparing myself to people like my coach.
Yes.
People that spend like nine. He's like, "Yeah, I just did a $9 million deal on a weekend." Type. I'm like, "Damn, you made me feel broke." I'm the broke friend. When I go around my family, man, they look at me like, "Hey, what's up, Hollywood? What's up, big time? Hey, let me come live with you. I'm gonna come move to Texas." No, you're not. The devil's a liar.
But yes, definitely. So when it comes to scaling your business, what do you mean by that? As far as if you know what you're trying to do, then get in those circles. Get in that,
Facts.
get around those people. Quit always looking at stuff as competition as well. Guys, we in the credit industry, right? Guess what? Some of the best people that we have met are in the same industry as us. And we have either mentored them or they've mentored us. So it's just like,
And honestly, it's no in between.
mm-mm.
A lot of times, either we looked up to them or they looked up to us. Sometimes it's both. It's
Yes,
been times, yo. You know what's crazy? When we first started, we didn't know what we had until people we looked up to started doing the same stuff that we were doing, like how we was going our
yes.
lives and doing our giveaways. I'm like, hold on, we just did that, and then my favorite people just turned around and did the same thing. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Even though our coach is on the level that he's on, he's had his days when he was like his energy's low. He's like, man, I don't even know if I want to keep doing this. And he's like on a level like, I don't know if I want to keep taking American clients because of the mindset. And then we just gave him a whole nother energy. We just came with so much. He's like, man, you know what? Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all were the answer that I needed. I felt like I wasn't getting any traction here, but for y'all to say this, for y'all to come this way, lets me know that okay, it is working. It is working. I'm like, man, that's such a great feeling to inspire somebody that inspires you. Like, just because they big, don't mean they ain't looking at you. They will steal your stuff. All right. I ain't talking about my coach, but I'm just saying, like, yo, man, that was crazy. I was shocked. I'm like, yo, wow.
Yes.
We did when we did that challenge or whatever, like yo, it
Hmm.
went viral. Like it low key went viral. And guess what? Guess how many people backdoored us? I'm like, yo, we look up to you and you gonna steal my sauce?
It was more than one.
You ain't call nobody out. I'm
I'm
saying,
like,
man,
yes.
just let me drive the Lamborghini and I'll forgive you. Yeah, they got that type of money.
But yes, when it comes to scaling, guys, please make sure you put a number. Put a number out there. Like it's crazy. You can say scale your business, but if you have 0 clients now and you get 1, you just scaled your business.
How much you want to make?
Yeah.
I want
So
to make
put that number
10,000.
out there.
I want to make 10,000 a month. Bet make a plan for 100,000. And guess what? You probably gonna fail, but you're gonna fail big, and you'll probably land on that original goal. If you plan for 10K, you probably ain't gonna get it. You probably won't get it. You got to think 100K, and it's scary. It's nerve wracking. You start thinking like 100,000. Like I don't even know nobody got 100. How do you even begin to find somebody that's doing 1 million? That's how
And
you do
don't,
it.
I'm gonna say, yeah, don't be afraid to get a coach, get a mentor, somebody that has already been through the process, have already failed miserably, and now they are success. Because you guys, you're gonna fail at something. You're not gonna be great at everything, okay? So you're gonna fail at something, whether it be that you put that you wanted to make 10K a month and you only accomplished five. Well, you failed because you didn't make 10K, but you still made more than you would have if you wouldn't have done anything. So it's like just get someone that's already been in your shoes.
Yeah, I feel like we're still down. I coach like, yo, y'all killing me. He's like, yo, I coach a lot of businesses. I coach a lot of credit repair companies. He said, man, a lot of people aren't doing as well as y'all. You may not be where you think you should be. He said, man, but yo, you killing it. Yo, it's like that. It's like that. Fail big.
Mm-hmm.
Fail big. And at the end of the day, if you always have these great and grand ideas and goals and you're never accomplishing them, sometimes that could, like, you can get into a depression. Like, you're like, man, I feel like I'm not accomplishing anything. I feel like I'm not where I need to be. And sometimes, and I have to talk to my partner about this as well. Like, sometimes you need to take a step back and check and look and see how far you came.
Mm-hmm.
Don't compare yourself to that person that we've been chasing this whole time. Compare it to that person that started their company in 2019. Like, how far have you came? It's like, yo, I'm literally doing 10 times that. And I remember when I made my first $1,000 in my business, I was happy. And now you do that on a regular. Like, that's like, that's an average month, or that's a slow month. Yo, that's still great. That's still greatness. That's still greatness. So be proud of that. Don't get complacent, but still be proud of that.
Right. Yes, yes. Guys, if y'all have any questions, I know we definitely poured in. Put them in the chats. We are here for you guys. Don't be in our inbox because for me, I don't really check my inbox, but if you do, it's going to be a link to schedule a business consultation or a credit review. And yeah, so you got
Cool.
us.
I want to say this as well. I spoke to someone today, and it started off so deep. I spoke to someone today. Yeah, I spoke to someone today, and they were talking about they want to get their personal stuff in order. They have a business, and they want to get their business stuff in order. It's like, cool. This is the price. If you're trying to do both of those, here's that price, and you can do a split payment. It's like, man, that's dope. That's dope. But can you make that a little bit cheaper for me? Like, nah, I'm not, because I already lowered the bar for you. I already lowered it for you. And if you can't see the value in it, if you're not willing to move some things around in your life to come up here, it's like, bro, you're not ready for it. And I don't want to do that to you. I don't want to bring it all the way down for you because you can't grow. You can't grow like that. So if you're telling me you have multiple credit cards, right? And I just gave you a price where you can make it happen, but you have to be a little bit uncomfortable. If you're not willing to do that, you're not ready to get on that level. I'm telling you, you're not. Everybody wants to you want your goal and your dream to just be perfect. I want it just to be like, ta-da. Like, yo, anybody that has anything worthwhile, they have to fight for it. They have to sacrifice for it. They cried because they were so scared and they were so nervous. Like, I don't know how I'm going to make this happen. Like, yo, and if you're not ready to feel that type of stuff, then we're not the type of people you want to talk to. You want to make you want the perfect conditions. So I'm going to work for 3 years and I'm going to save up $30,000 and then I'm going to start my business. Boy, stop. Girl, bye. How are we going to do in 6 months? That's the energy I'm bringing. Like, bro, I don't know how I'm going to get 30K. 6 months. Like, cool. If you ain't got it, you need to find somebody that does. And that rolls off my tongue right now. And we literally done that. We do that. And we teach you guys how to do that as well. But yo, we got that from somewhere. Like, we've been there before. But if you want to wait to perfect conditions and you want to make the world conform to you, you want the universe to bend to you.
It's
like,
never going to happen.
Yeah, you got to go to it. You got to go to it. So can you make it a little bit cheaper, or can you do it like, nah. You want to be a big dog? You got to do big dog stuff. Can I? Yes, and it won't hurt me at all. But like, yo, I'm hurting you though. So my whole point is, even if you just starting your business out, don't always try to bend your price to get those clients, because you know what? You're going to hate those clients. There's going to be the ones that bring you the most problems. You're going to do the most for them, and they're going to bring you the most problems. Don't do that. All money ain't good money. Sometimes I'm like, yo, I'll pay you to leave me alone. I'll pay you to get out the program. I swear to God, I'll be there with him. Like, yo, I'll just pay you to just get out of my face.
Yes, guys, you really have, like, if you ready to put in the work, definitely you need to go after whatever it is out there. But when it comes to you getting into a home, when it comes to whatever, they're not going to bend their prices for you. So don't expect it anywhere else. I know a lot of people, like Keem was saying, when it comes to credit, like, you want us to bend the price, but you have to, like, look at it from our view. Okay, first it was our time that we had to take to even learn what we do, right? And it's still our time when we're on there with you. Our knowledge, our expertise, our business coaches. Do you know? Have you dropped 36K, 30K, any 30, not anything to have a business coach? Okay, to constantly make sure that you are up on the laws, that you're not just one of these fly by nights that learn one method and that's it. No, we actually help you. We educate you. We help you level up. It's a lot comes with that. We make sure we build your profile correctly, but also, like, so all of that take into consideration when you are going somewhere, whether it be you or whatever. So don't bend your price. If you know it took you 2 years to learn how to braid, blah blah blah, then why would you tell somebody I'll do it for you for $90, and you know it's going to take you 6 hours to do
If the
that?
going rate is $180, then that's what your price need to be at, $180. You don't want to be the cheap person. Don't be the cheap person.
No.
They're not gonna value you. They're not gonna value their time.
Right.
It's somebody that charged $240 for that same style and she stay booked. Like, well, how they do that? So look, this is one thing that we notice, like in the industry, credit repair industry, just business period. A lot of people that we looked up to, our mentors, they didn't like to disclose their mentors. They don't like to tell you. I'll tell you who my coach is, Jamarcus Blendon. That's our coach. Because at the end of the day, if we're having a conversation with you, we're talking about what it takes to build your business or what you need to invest to build your business. If you feel like our prices scare you, if I tell you that, yo, we'll help you with your business credit, it'll be $3,500. You like, yo, you're not. Then you can go look on Marcus Blendon page.
You ain't gonna get nothing.
Everything that he has is gonna be like 10 times as much. Literally, it's literally 10 times as much. And as a matter of fact, when you get on this live, you're not gonna be able to comprehend the language. Why? Because he's speaking on such a high vibration that if you can't pass this, you're definitely not gonna get that. We're on this level, and there's some stuff I'm like, hold on, what he said? and if you can't deal with paying a substantial amount of money, I'm talking about a car. We could have literally bought a car cash with what we paid our coach. And sometimes we get off a call, might feel like we ain't got nothing from him. Like, man, bro, he ain't gave us nothing we can use. And then 4 months later, it's like, oh, that's what you meant. So we've been frustrated for like the past few weeks because we thought like, oh man, I feel like I'm not getting it. And he goes through that. He pays his coach like $100,000 a year. A year. Like, nah, he said, yo, and he may only give me 1 or 2 pieces. Like, oh, okay, that's what it meant. So, yo, if you can't get on that type of level, like, I'm not worried about you jumping over us to go to our coach. Yeah, go ahead. If you're ready, go ahead. Do your thing. But guess what? A lot of people fizzle out. A lot of people fail. And one thing I like about, this is what I love about my coach and I respect about him. He won't take everybody's money. Even if you're going to pay his highest package, he's like, yo, if your mindset ain't there, I won't even take your money. Nah, I'll tell you now, you need to go over here and do this. Because you're not going to be ready for what I have to give you. You don't even want to listen.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So with that said, y'all don't be trying to keep people away from credit claims. Yo, like let them know that what frequency that you vibrate on. Like, yo, no, this is where I'm at with it. And they may not be ready for us, but they may be ready for the level that you're trying to put on.
Right.
We may need to see that. They may need to see that sometimes.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm gonna say it like this though. When it comes to even getting your credit fixed, if you're doing it yourself, please make sure you're doing it the correct way. We have had a lot of people come to us and they're like, why is it taking so long? Well, now when we seen that you have been disputing online, you waived a lot of your rights. So now we can't even sue on your behalf. We have some of our clients get checks in the mail, but now you can't even do that because guess what? By you disputing online, you waive that right. Also, sometimes when you dispute online, guess what? You make it where even if they come back and say that it's verified, you have to keep it like that. So now it's hard on us to even try. So it's like, make sure you are learning the correct ways of doing things. And if you're going through a company, when you come through us, like I said, you're not only getting your credit cleansed and we sending you on your way. You have monthly coachings. Now it's up to you whether you do it or not, but you have the option to do monthly coachings. In that much monthly coaching, we're able to tell you what we recommend that you do so you can get that boost quicker. Also, what you need to do to make sure your profile is well balanced so that once, even if your goal is just to get into a home, we're just going to set your profile up not only for you to get into a home, but now once you get into that home, guess what? It's level up time. Your profile should be, go ahead, Kim.
I'm sorry. You just said something about those coaching calls, and that made me think about it, like about mindset. So these coaching calls are complimentary because we love y'all. I'm saying we want to see y'all be great. Normally they cost $97, and some people pay us $97 just to go over their profile with them and give them direction. And we give it to you every month for free. We have some people say, well, I've been in the program for 4 months and I haven't had any coaching calls. It's like, okay, we told you about it at the very beginning. Well, I didn't get a link. Nobody. So you think that we're going to stop dealing with our clients and we have them in 3 digits, into 3 digits. Like that's a lot of people to deal with. We about to stop and talk to you about your journey. You paid us for a service and we're doing it. If I'm not about to track you down to do this appointment, like it's yours. You're going to have to show me that you want it. And if I call you and I send you a message about your appointment, like I'm not about to blow up your phone about your goals. You said that you want to get in the house, then come pull up and let's get in the house. If not, I'm about to help somebody that want it. We literally have clients that work during our whole shift. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey man, I work 8 to 5. I don't really have no time, but I'm gonna do it on my lunch break. I have a 15-minute smoke break, so I'm just gonna do it on that. It's people that's really grinding to get it. It's people that's serious about getting their family in a safer neighborhood, in a better situation. They're really trying to level their life up. And that's who I want to work with. I'm not about to chase you because you're comfortable, you know what I'm saying? Like you're receiving your disability and you just chilling. Well, nobody called me. Like, yo, and I'm not going to call you. I don't know what you think this is. I'd rather give you your money back and let you go about your business. You're not my type of people. You are not my type of people. We paid a lot of money for our coaching, and guess what? Our coach ain't about to call us. Y'all lucky. We give you a courtesy call. If you don't show up,
Our text
you a courtesy call. My coach ain't about to do that. Y'all got the link, and guess what? We'll send you the link over and over again. We got to go through emails. We got to go back months and months to find this one link. Like, yo, I sent you the link already. Post it in your clipboard or something. You want me to keep sending it to you? So imagine paying somebody more money and they do less for you. Yo, y'all be mad as hell.
But also it's what I always say, method to our madness.
Yeah.
It's a method to our madness. And basically because we're setting you up to scale. Guess what? If you have somebody holding your hand the whole time, you're never gonna let go and do what you need to do. We've done that. And guess what? Those are the ones that not only, it's a lot of people that came just to get their credit cleansed, meaning they just wanted to be in the 700. Guess what? They now have a business. They now in a home, and they have at minimum, probably, I'm going to say 70K in credit at minimum. This is at minimum. And that's because they took that, did what it was intended to do. Let me get educated. Let me implement this. And guess what? Now they're rock stars.
So quick shout out, Miss Marquita.
Definitely was one I was talking about.
Simone Price. Who else? I don't want to miss anybody.
Oh, James Lee on his now. James Lee, James Lee.
Shauna McCray. I know she's out of state right now. The people that I'm naming are the people that got obsessed with Credit Kleanse. I'm talking about that's Credit Kleanse everything. And this is how I know that you got obsessed. When your kids are on your coaching call, like when your kids come on to say hi to us, like we celebrities or
Like
something,
we're what?
you are literally obsessed with this, and you're going to manifest whatever it is that you want to work on. You can say like, oh man, I really want to get this done, and like, yeah, you on fire on Monday night at 7:30. You on fire on Wednesday night at 7:30. But what about Tuesday? What about Thursday? What about Friday? What about Saturday? Are you checking out those posts? Are you tapping in? Are you still in the community? Are you still in the groups? And the people that I see that did that are the ones that see the most success. And then I have this one crybaby client. I'm not talking about anybody in particular because there's multiple. I definitely got more than one. We had these crybaby clients just talking about, well, I haven't been seeing the results that I thought I would. It's like, yo, you haven't been tapping in. So you can't tell me it's good for all of these people and it's not good for you. And the only difference is they kept showing up. So like, what is it about people showing up and the universe moving for you? What is it? You're getting the same service. I promise you. I'm not going to do any more on Miss Marquita's situation than I'm going to do on yours. But if she's showing up and she's putting everything that she got into it, she's sacrificing time, she's sacrificing sleep to be here, to get obsessed with this stuff. Don't be mad at her results. Don't compare yourself to the situation because you didn't put the same type of energy she did. Oh, she said it, energy. That energy. Get
Yes.
obsessed with it. If you want to scale your business, you got to get obsessed with it. You got to get obsessed with it. I'm talking about if you ain't running people off because that's all you talk about, if you ain't at work talking about it, if you're not at the gym talking about it, if you're not with your kids at a family table talking about it, yeah, you ain't obsessed.
Yes, yes. And saying this to say also, you're gonna lose a lot of people,
Bet, because they're holding you down anyway.
but
You're
it's
supposed,
okay.
you're supposed to lose them. And it's some of your favorite people too. Like, but that's my best friend. We've been friends since college. We've been friends since high school. But now that I want to fix my credit, they don't want to spend time with me anymore. Because I only want to talk about finances, they don't want to hang out with me no more. Good, because you're separating yourself. You just raise your vibrational. Excuse me. You just raise your vibrational rate, and they can't operate on that level, so they have to fall off. Anything that can't oscillate, that means move really fast. That can't oscillate at the same frequency as something else, it has to fall off and die. That friend fell off and died, and it's cool. I can speak to you at uh at the barbecue when I pull up to a birthday party. Yo, we can kick it. But if I want to have all of these things I want to have in my life, I can't spend time with you. Why? Because you want to talk about the same stuff. You want to talk about who was popular in high school. We grown. Why are we talking about high school? Why are we still talking about college? Why are we talking about things that don't produce us income? Like, no, I want to talk about this. I don't want to talk about power. Okay, look, okay, that was fun on Sunday, but it's Monday now. Like, I got to get back to this. What do you think about this? Did you see that post I posted? No, I was on Credit Kleanse, and they had a giveaway, and I had won it because I be on it so much. What, did Power send you some money? Power, they gave you a gift card or something? I'm just saying, all of these non-income producing activities. I'm off that, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me.
But
The spirit
yes,
of I don't give a damn. That's what.
and I want to say with that though, when it comes to credit, it's a partnership. I don't care what company you go through. You can't just give them like, oh, I gave them my information. Now they supposed to do what they supposed to do. It's a partnership. Like literally, you have things that you still have to do, whether it be you need to get credit cards because it takes credit to build credit, or you need to bring down those cards, start, forming some type of budget so you can pay down those cards to get it up underneath the 30%. Whatever it is, like it's a partnership. So y'all both have to be in it. We can't be in it more than you because it's gonna show. Guess what? We had somebody that was with us for 8 months, right? 8 months, 8 months, and they was like, um, why my score ain't went up? Blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, we done got 20 something deletions off of here. Like, you don't have any collection. Guess what, guys? Month 3, they would have been ready to get into a home. There was calls, there was texts, There was emails to let them know all they needed to do was bring down their utilization and they would be ready. They would actually be in the high 700s. It was their utilization. Guess what? It took them to month 8 to finally reach back out and be like, I don't understand why I'm still here. No, month 3, you really had it. But you didn't answer any texts, you didn't answer any calls, like nothing. And we do texts, calls, and emails. So there's no reason you didn't get anything. Oh, and we also message you through your portal. So it's up to you. We can say, hey, you ready? But at the end of the day, you have to push the button to say, okay, let me go purchase this home. Or, okay, now I can take this business credit and go do whatever. It's up to you. You have to be in it as well.
And you know what? Anybody that says that lets me know 2 things. 1, you don't show up to lives. 2, you don't show up to your free coaching call. And we have people that are religious about this. I don't know if they go to church. They don't show up to their credit cleanse service though. They're gonna show up not missing no coaching calls. It's like, hey, I think I might have got a speeding ticket on the way here. I couldn't miss this call. It's like, yo, it's cool. No, it's not. You don't understand. It's like Marquita don't play. Like, yo, how many times she done been at a kids' football game?
Yes.
You know, baby. That what you said? Yo, she gonna be successful. I'm like,
but definitely, I say if whatever it is that you are after, you have to be in it to win it. It can't be just like I said. For those of you that are forming your January 1st, these are your list of things that you got to do or you want to accomplish. Well, I need you to dig even deeper. Not just put on there buying a home, scaling my business. I need numbers. I need what does it look like? Everything. And I need you to also make sure that you are taking the necessary steps to make it happen.
Speaking of, since everybody's doing their New Year's resolutions,
I can't hear you.
I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Since everybody's going to be doing their New Year's resolutions, how about we do it together, y'all? You go ahead and put your plan together for the year, and then we can do it together. One, you can learn some stuff from me and Kyra, but also some of you may be in a real estate space, so you can learn something from somebody like Nell's View. Like, it's people that are in here that's already doing what you want to do. You might be wanting to get into stocks, so you can learn from Miss Chastity, right? You're like, well, I want to make $1,000 a day, or I just want to make an extra $500 a month doing this. There's people here already, so we can do our resolutions together. And you might have something vague. I'm gonna piss you off. I ain't gonna lie, because I'm gonna be on your head about it. He's like, oh no, I want to do this. I'm like, okay, but what's the plan? How much do you want to make? Bro, I didn't think about all of that. Hold on, just give me some space to think. No. You say you want to do it, let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we went down through that. Sheesh.
All right. So before we let y'all go, any other questions that y'all have when it comes to the personal or business credit, when it comes to finances, when it comes to budgeting, when it comes to scaling your business, leveling up just in life, like whatever questions you have, please make sure that you put it in the chat so that we can answer it before we get off of here.
Please ask your questions.
Yes. Any questions? Any questions?
If you don't have any questions, y'all go ahead and let them hearts fly. If we made y'all laugh, if we made you think about some stuff, made you reassess, please let those hearts fly.
Yes. I'll put a question on there. Are the credit bureaus now responding in 30 days? Are they still doing 45? It had actually been extended to where it was like 60, 75 days. But no, they are back to doing 30 days, but it's 30 days once they receive it. So we If you are a part of Credit Cleanse, we check your profiles every 35 days. That allows it enough time for it to get sent there, for them to open it, to do whatever they're going to do, and for it to get sent off, for it to be updated in their system. So we check every 35 days.
And TransUnion and Experian are still not sending out paper
All
responses.
the, yes.
They're gonna do it electronically. They're just gonna update. Everybody says it. How come I'm only sending Equifax? I'm only receiving Equifax. Like, they're the only one that's sending out paper right now.
Right. And so also a big thing is, if you are in the Credit Cleanse family, make sure you keep your credit monitoring active. That is the most important thing, because they don't send out paper, and because we don't want you to have to upload those documents right then and there. We know sometimes people will wait 2 weeks before they upload it. That's the importance of having your credit monitoring, so that we're able to go in at 35 days and see what updates have happened. When it is not active or is a payment that's needed, guess what? Now, instead of us being able to turn right back around and send something out if we need to, we have to wait until you update it. And then once you update it, we waiting for, like, I'm not going to have my employees stop everything that they're doing to come back to your file. What is going to happen is now you're put on the end. Guys, it's a lot of you. Like King said, we in 3 digits. It's a lot of you. So therefore, please make sure, if you don't do nothing else, keep that credit monitoring active, so that when it's time, all we have to do is go in, do what we need to do, send out another round if need be, or just update your file to let you know that all this has been deleted. But we can't do any of that if we can't see what's going on. And also, for the credit monitoring, do not downgrade your credit monitoring to the free account. It doesn't update every 30 days. So therefore, we still have to get back in contact with you to tell you to purchase another report so that we can see what is going on.
Speaking of something else again about your mindset.
You said what, Kim?
I said, speaking of, I also want to talk about like the mindset when it comes to that. Some people want to pinch pennies. If you can't afford $20 or $30 for your credit report, you can't afford a house. What are you going to do when your mortgage is $50 more than you thought it was? But that never happens, right? That'll never happen. What are you going to do when there's an issue with your home and now you got to shell out this extra money? Now, I understand operating on a budget, but if your budget, you can't allocate $20 to $30 in your budget, then you don't need to be thinking about a home right now. You got bigger issues right now.
Dave, well, if I have the big 3 rules, if I am a Credit Cleanse client?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it's an indication right on the top of the profile if you have a freeze or if you have a fraud alert. Or is the freeze is it a little bit lower? It's on there.
Yes, I think it's a little lower.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, we've been
But
going
yeah,
for
if
an
it's
hour and a half.
yes, and it's okay if they are froze. Like, we'll be able to let you. Like, we should still be able to get in it and to dispute what we need to. The freeze and the locks and the fraud alerts is for if when you go somewhere else and they're pulling your file, they have to then call you or get some type of code from you so that they can actually pull your report. But when you're pulling it yourself, and the credit monitoring that's yourself, so we're able to see it, and then we're able to still dispute what we need to dispute off of there. That's a good question.
Are the bureaus still requiring so I have to apply for it?
Oh, can't hear you.
Are the bureaus still requiring Social Security cards? If so, I have to apply for a copy. Any suggestions on how to get a copy of my SS card quickly? I don't know how they're doing it. like post-pandemic right now? Isn't it? Has it gone back to the regular flow?
Yes, we are still asking for your social security card. Not everybody sends that, and we will dispute if you don't. But the people that tend to get results quicker are the ones that send in all documentation, which is your driver's license or ID, your proof of address, and the social security card, so they know that it's you. Um, we only send that to that only goes to the bureaus. For those of you that don't know, we do not send it when we are disputing with the actual collection companies or the debt buyers, or even when it's a charged off account. When we're disputing with the companies itself, we do not send that, because that's information like when the collection company and stuff, they're supposed to have all your documentation. We're asking them for the documentation that they have on your behalf, so that we can see if they're even able to collect on that debt. But yes, we still include social security card.
Thanks.
And if you don't have it, the fastest way is actually going into an office. They'll at least give you a paper that has the social security number. Other than that, if you are if you're active duty, or if you get disability or some sort, documentation you have with them usually has your social on there, and they'll take that as well.
Okay, when would be a good time for me to lift the freeze? Will you be advising me on that of the piece of the pie? So look, guys, David, Mr. Robinson, I appreciate that you're asking that question. If you have a freeze on your credit report, you don't have to take it off in order for us to do our thing. A freeze only applies if somebody's trying to pull your credit. We're not pulling your credit. We're just doing credit monitoring. And it doesn't affect it. I can still see everything I need to see. I can't swipe it to see if you're credit worthy or not, nor can anybody else. So you can leave that on there unless we tell you, hey, you need to apply for a credit card, or you need to add this type of account. That's when you'll need to lift it.
Correct. Yep. So other than that, you're good. When you go through the home buying process, if that's your goal, then of course they're gonna want you to lift it. And like Keen was saying, if you are trying to level up, leverage your credit, so you're wanting how to get those high limit credit cards, of course we would be able to tell you then, because we would be able to say, hey, we know that anytime you're pulling from Chase, it's gonna be for Experian. So that one needs to come off, or at least the Experian, and go from there.
All right, Credit Kleanse family. Yeah, I feel like this is like the best live we done had in a minute.
All
Showed up,
right.
we
If
showed
y'all
out.
don't have any other questions, we definitely gonna let y'all go. Um, King, anything?
Bye, Felicia. Nah, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all pulling up, and we will see y'all on Wednesday.
Yes, yes. Again, I'm your girl Kyra,
And I am your bro King.
and we are Credit Cleanse.
Yes, we are.
Good night. Good night.